Welcome in, you guys. We are going to be doing some algebra, TSI, college entrance math. So if you know anybody struggling to score higher on the college placement test, please share this live out with them. We're going to be doing some factoring, all things algebra today. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. And let's get started. Okay, well, you made it to the right live. All right, so number one, which of the following expressions is equivalent to the expression above? All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to try to simplify this. So whenever you have a number attached to a parenthesis, that means we're going to multiply. Also, you might have heard it called distribute, okay? So 4 times x is just 4x. 4 times 5 is 20. And then we're going to drop down this rest. Plus 4x plus 8. Okay. Do we know what the like terms are? Put it in the chat. What are the like terms that we're combining? Welcome in. Happy Saturday, everybody. Double tap your screen. Good. Aaliyah said 4x. Cameron said 4x and a 4x. Beautiful. I see a A is our answer. I love it. So we have 4x plus 4x is going to give us 8x. Perfect. Now, pretty much anything that don't got an 8x or that I can get to 8x, I'm canceling out, right? So this C is gone. I see 8x here, 8x here. I see an 8x here by doing 4 times 2, so I have to leave that one as well. Now, our other like terms are going to be this 20 plus 8, and we're going to get 28. Now, some of you guys like, oh, no, okay? Like, are they serious here? 28, why don't they have that in the answer, right? Well, since this is a 13, we canceling that out because that's gone. Now we have some distributive properties. So what we can do is with our answers, we can see which one gives us this 28. So if we go here and here, if we multiply 4 times 7, that's how we get the 28. So A would be our answer. See, if we go 8 times 4 here, that's 32, not 28. So that's how come this one is wrong. Any questions on that first one? Any questions? Welcome in. Thank you for the double taps, you guys. I see we're at 495 taps. Can we get to 1,000? Thank you, Adria, for sharing the live. Thank you, Carmen. I know I haven't started with my ACT prep. I do tutor ACT prep, but I haven't went live yet with the AC. I should do that. Let's go to number 3. Which below choice is equivalent to this? Okay. All right. So when we're thinking about factoring, we're thinking about GCF, greatest common factor. So what is the greatest common factor between 24 and 18? Put it in the chat. What can we factor out or divide out and have a whole number when we divide it out? 6. Yes. XO. Yes. Okay. Nelly. Yes. 6. Okay. Now, I hope you're using your multiple choice to help you. Because there is no 2. So I shouldn't even be thinking 2. I should be looking here and saying, okay, it's either going to be 6, a 4, or a 12, right? But not really. But 12 doesn't go into 18. So we can cross that out. Now we could say, okay, it's 4, but it's 4 the highest? Okay, so let's think about, does 4 go into even 18? Evenly? No, so that's out. Now we have a 50-50 chance. So what we're going to do next is divide this by 6 and divide this by 6. And then that will give us what's left in the parenthesis. So 24 divided by 6 is 4x. As soon as I see this, I'm circling my answer and I'm moving on. I'm saving time for when you get to the word problems, right? Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or no? Does it make sense? I see those A's coming in. Beautiful. Yes, yes. This is a great explanation. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, hey, order of operations. Okay. Do you have a math channel? I seriously need this. Wonderful, Jay. Yes, Yasmin. Okay. So perfect, you guys. Beautiful. Okay. So, but we're not on a time. So if anybody is not understanding, let's finish it out. Okay. We're going to drop down our minus, and then 18 divided by 6 is 3. Whatever you divide by, you always have to put on the outside. Okay. And that's how you really get that answer. Okay. So let's go to number 2. Which expression is not, this is critical, not equal to this? Okay. So which is not equal? All right. So let's just start going through our multiple choice, right? If we distribute this and this, will we get this? So 2 times 12 is 24. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. Which expression is not equal?
Tell me, Mommy.
Well, this expression right here ain't equal. Because if we multiply this out, we get 24y minus 24. And that doesn't equal that. Let's check the other ones. Does everybody see that? First off, let me ask that. Does everybody see how that works? We good on that? Thank you for the follow. Okay, somebody said, wait, how? Okay, so let's keep it going. So remember, we're looking for not equal. So let's continue. 2 times 12 is going to be 24y, okay? And then 2 times a negative 6 gives us a negative 12. Do we see how this is exactly the same as this? So it can't be B because we're looking for not equal, okay? If we go here, 4 times 6 is 24y. And then 4 times a negative 3. 4 times a negative 3 is negative 12. Well, these are coming out the same. And if we continue, we'll see the same thing here. 12 times 2 is 24y. And then 12 times a negative 1 is negative 12. So the one that is not is A. Yes. Yep. Tammy, I love it. Statistics. Woo, bless your heart. That's what, like a whole nother language. Okay, so which is equivalent to expression? Which is equivalent to the expression 6x plus 9y? Okay, so equivalent, that means we're looking for something that's equal to this. Okay, so let's think about our GCF, okay? What can we factor out of these? Let me see it in the chat. What number can go into 6 and 9 and divide out of it? 3, Z-Dragon, bow tie, yes. 3, yes, you guys, beautiful. Okay, so 3 can, right? So when we see 3, we're gonna divide each of these by 3. Well, I'm also gonna use my multiple choice. I only see one with a 3. There's only one that has a 3, right? And it didn't say a select all, so I know I'm looking for one answer. So really, I would circle B at this point and move on, okay? But let me show you why you get the middle. 6x divided by 3 is 2. Drop down your x, 2x. 9y divided by 3 is 3y. Well, the only one that has the 2x and the 3y is B. And the only one that had that 3 in common, which whatever we divide by, we write on the outside, is B. All right. Any questions on that? Any questions on that one? Thank you for the double tabs. Destiny, I go live at 1 Central Time, Monday through Saturday. All right, let's keep it going. Thank you, Tinkerbell, for the follow. Okay, number 5. Okay, can you guys see it okay? Which is equivalent to 12x plus 8? Again, we're thinking about what number, what's the GCF? Now, I'm going to use my multiple choice. That's why we love multiple choice, right? Because it gives us at least we know one of these things is the answer. All of these have 4. So I'm going to use, most of them have 4. I'm going to use 4. I'm going to divide 4 here, divide 4 here. D, I would automatically cancel out. Let me explain why I'm canceling out D. I cannot combine these because they are not like terms. They both don't have an X. So in order for me just to end up with the X, this would have to be an X as well. So that's why this doesn't even make sense. Okay. Any questions just on that part while we're canceling out D? If you see your answer, put your answer in the chat. What are you getting? A. I love it. Okay. We're seeing a whole bunch of A's. Okay. Do we even need to finish it? If y'all getting all the same answer. So 12 divided by 4 is 3x plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. Perfect. And then we put whatever we divide by on the outside. Wonderful. Perfect. And A would be our answer. Perfect. So number 7, which is equivalent to 12xy plus 15x? Again, we're looking for that GCF. Does anybody see it in the chat? What is the GCF of 12xy plus 15x? 3. See? 3. Good. Okay, Bridgerton. 3x. Yes. See, it can't be 12, you guys. Let me explain why it can't be 12. Because 15 can't divide by 12. That's why we know 12 can't be it. So it would have to be, you see how you either had a 12 or a 3? Those were really your 2 options. Either you're going with 12 or a 3, okay? But 12 can't divide by 15 evenly. So that's how come we know this and this are out. Now we have a 50-50 chance. So if we go with the 3, I only saw like a few people put the X, which is correct, 3x, because both terms have an X in it. And so when you're finding the GCF, you guys, you don't only look at the number, but you look at what letters they both have in common as well. Okay. So now that we know it's 3x, we can divide, right? We're going to divide by that 3x. Okay. So let's see what we end up in our parentheses. 12 divided by 3 is a 4. What happens to my x's here? Can you put it in the chat? What happens to my x? Cancels out, eliminates, they drop. Beautiful. Yes, because x over x goes to a 1, and then you're left with a y. So as soon as you see this 4y, there's only one parenthesis that has a 4y. Circle your answer and move on. Save that time, okay? Do not waste time doing this second part. But if you don't have multiple choice, right, and you have some free responses in your test, then you got to know how to do this, correct? So let's finish it out. Let's finish it. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Remember, x over x goes away. X divided by x goes to a 1. And then whatever you divide on your bottom goes out here as a 3x. Okay. All right. Any questions on that one? Any questions before we go to number 9? Thank you, Spam. Thank you, Roar, for sharing the live. Thank you, Keisha. Hey, Dolores. Welcome back, hon. Thank you. Des V, thank you for the follow. Okay, Navi said, this is a hard one, laughing out loud. I know it looked like it, right? Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you, thank you. All right, so what do they have in common? What's our greatest common factor? If you see it, put it in the chat. Even if you think you're wrong, just put it in the chat. We learning right now. X, X, X. Beautiful, you guys. Let's go. X. Okay. X. There's an X here and an X here. Now, some people might be like, well, how come you ain't taking 3 X's? Because this term doesn't have the 3 X's. So you always take the lowest. When you're finding the greatest common factor of the variables, you take the lowest one. So it's an X. Okay. So again, what do? So we have X cubed minus 7X. We always divide by that X. All right. So let's see. What does this give me? X to the cube divided by X. Put it in the chat. What do you get? See? Oh, you're so welcome. X squared, X squared. Yes. Remember, for those who this is giving, somebody said this is giving me anxiety. Just draw those 3 X's out. Put that X on the bottom. Remember, this cancels. And you're going to have X. You have 2 X's. So you have X squared left. Okay. Or remember your exponent rule, you subtract when you divide variables. That's really the rule. 3 minus 1. That's how you get 2. Minus X over X gives us 7. Is this a difference of squares? Say yes or no. Is this a difference of squares? Yes? No? I have no idea. No? Okay. No. Okay. It is not. Because this is not a perfect square. If this was like 49, then you'd be correct. But since it's 7, there's nothing times itself to give us 7. So that's why this is not a difference of squares. So we would have X squared minus 7. And C, like you guys were saying in the chat, would be our answer. Yes. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, the best, for the follow. Thank you for the double taps, you guys. We're at 4.3K. Amazing. Can we get to 5K taps? Hey, AMT. I am doing good on a Saturday. Blessed. Yes, I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. Enjoying your weekend. D. Okay. Hey, Angela. Welcome back, hon. Okay, so I saw D for this one. All right, let's see. Now, so we know our GCF is going to be 3. Because all these have 3. So we can divide this by 3, divide this by 3. 3 divided by 3 goes to a 1, where we have an X left. Right there, I can really just stop. There's only one thing in the parenthesis that has an X, which is D. And move on. Okay, save your time for other problems. but let's finish it out. Minus 36 divided by 3 is going to give us 12. Remember, the thing that you divide by always goes on the outside. And that's how we get that. Beautiful. Number 8. Thank you for the ice cream cone, Lisa. Okay, Leilon said 8 is C. Your average user said C. You make it seem so easy. Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay, C, C, C. C. Okay, so now our GCF. We either have a 2 or a 4. That's all we have. It's a 2 or a 4. But remember, 2 can't go into, like, 2 can't divide out by 4. So that's why this is automatically out. So then we just have a 2. Really, because they both don't have an X. So that's why this is out. Now we have a 50-50 chance. This one, right, doesn't make sense because there's no 4X up here. So really, just by looking at our multiple choice and not doing any math, we can get the right answer. But let's do the math. Okay. So for those who don't see it that way, okay, if you didn't follow me, it's okay. We're going to do the math. So 2 divided by 2 is X plus, because these cancel, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Well, there's only one answer that had an X plus 2. Remember, the thing that you divide by always goes on the outside. Yes, process of elimination. Thank you, Fiery Blue Crew. That's what I was looking for. Process of elimination. There's always going to be 2 that are like way off that you can eliminate right away. And then there's going to be like a 50-50 chance. Okay, let's do number 10. Which is equivalent to x to the third minus 13x. Okay, which is equivalent. Okay, so let's look at, we see in CC. Hey, Math Discovery. Hope you're having a good Saturday. All right, so what is our greatest common factor for this one, you guys? Good, I'm glad I'm seeing some C's. X, 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 let's go. Beautiful. X, okay, good. So we know it's X because that's the only thing they have in common. So if we divide this by X, divide this by X, remember, this is like so similar to this one, right? 3 X's, we have X squared left, minus, these X's cancel, 13. You got to ask yourself, right? Is this a difference of squares? No. We see our answer right here. C is our answer. Good. Okay. Wow, we flying through this, y'all. Okay, so right now we're just focused on factoring greatest common factors, okay? Good, I'm glad you're getting it. Good. Now, then we're going to go to factoring trinomials. That's our next thing. And then after that, we're going to get it into a little bit more of those special factoring, okay? What does GCF mean? Greatest common factor. Okay, that's what the GCF means. Greatest common factor. A factor is a number that's smaller than the number that you're trying to find. Okay. So 11, which is equivalent to this? Equivalent means equal to. Okay. All right. So we're going to distribute. Which one can we cross out right away? Put it in the chat. Which one do we know for sure, without a question of the doubt, we have to eliminate? Put it in the chat. D. Yes. D for sure has to be crossed out because D is the only one they added here. Well, they did some crazy stuff. They did beginner mistakes, okay? Remember, you multiply, never add, okay? So that's why this is automatically out. Perfect. Now, there's nothing else that for sure, just by looking off of that, I can cross out because both of these have 20. All of the rest of them have that 20 x to the fourth. Perfect. Okay. Now let's go to the next. What do we get when we do this first? 5x times x. Put it in the chat. What's 5x times x? Cross out C2. Okay. 5x squared. Let's go. Yes. Plus 5x squared. So, because a positive makes a positive. So, anything that doesn't have a plus 5x squared, B is our only answer. And we would move on. Save that time, you guys. This just gave me a headache. No, Hillary. Negative 35x. Beautiful, Anthony. And Anthony said 5x times a negative 7. So a positive times a negative. It's just a negative. And then 5 times 7 is 35x. So really, you guys, once you because a lot of people were saying cross out C and D. A lot of people were saying that. Once you get your 50-50, you're pretty sure it's like A or B, really look at your multiple choice and see what's different. See, nothing was different with the first term and nothing was different with the second term. The only difference was here. So if I would have, really, you only had to focus on this 5x times the middle term to see which one it was. You didn't have to do the first. Yeah, it didn't have to do the last. All you need to do was the middle if you're trying to save time. Okay. All right, let's go to number 12. Let's finish out 12 and then we'll go down to factoring. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for the double taps, you guys. We are at 10.6K. Can we get to 15K? All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. So for number 12, what you guys getting for number 12? A, B, C, or D? What are you guys getting? C? Sassy says C. Okay. 12A, if y is not equal to 0. Yes, they should have put that. We have to assume y is not equal to 0. C, I don't know yet. Okay. What type of math is this? This is for the AccuPlacer or the TSI, they call it in Texas. Basically, it's a test that you have to take when you're trying to get into college. You know how you go to college, if you didn't take your ACT or SAT, or it's been a minute since you graduated, you have to take an entrance math exam. And so to see where they're going to place you. So this is that. Great question. All right, so let's see. We have x over y plus y over y. Okay, remember, y over y crosses out. And we're left with just an x plus, what do I write right here? Yes, Ari, I do have a YouTube, and I will be posting this on my YouTube. Follow me over there at Impact Math 19. 1, 1, 1. Why 1? Somebody said. Beautiful. Well, y divided by y is a 1. It's like saying 2 divided by 2 is 1. Anytime you divide a number by itself or a letter by itself, it is 1. Now, there is an exponential rule. So technically the exponential rule is there's a 1 over here and there's a 1 up here. Whenever we divide variables, you subtract their exponents, okay? So really you would get 1 minus 1. And then 1 minus 1 gives you 0. You have to know anything to the 0 power is always 1. This is really the official rule. This is why you technically get 1, because of this rule here. And A is our answer. Okay, got it. Wonderful. I'm glad you guys are understanding. Let's go. Okay, perfect. All right. Good. So now we're going to factor trinomials, you guys. So let's just get started, okay? Now, whenever we're thinking about a trinomial, we're going to go to 2 parentheses, okay? When both of your signs are negative, you're going to have a plus and a minus. That's a rule, always. Whenever you have a negative and a negative, you're going to have a plus and a minus. Then you ask yourself, what times what gives you x squared? Well, x times x does. Now we have to ask ourselves, what times what gives us 18? But we're going to use our multiple choice. Don't be saying no 2 times 9. No. Do we have 2 times 9 anywhere up in our multiple choice? No, don't waste that time. That's why we love multiple choice, because again, one of these got to be the answer. So we have a 3 and a 6. That's the only thing that we're looking at, okay? 3 times 6. Okay. Now we need a negative 3. Which one has to be negative when we're adding them? The 3 or the 6? Put it in the chat. Which one has to be negative? The 6, the 6. Good, the 6. Yes, Sassy. Yes, I will. 6, 6, 6. Beautiful. So the 6 does go negative. For some people that are saying why, throw that negative on there and then use a calculator if you can. I don't know if they allow you to. Some places do allow you to use calculators. Some places don't. But 3 minus 6 is a negative 3. Check. That's how we got that middle term. So we know the 3 has to be positive. And then, so which one looks like our answer? A. So let me tell you this, so you can lessen your answer choices, right? When you have negatives, there's no way it's going to be a plus. So that's automatically out. So anything without a plus and minus was out. And then, okay, they did not give you one with both negatives. So that would have been another one that was totally out as well. But yeah. So this one was, that one was a no, not even an option. All right. Okay, so let's do, there's a better way to do it for visual learners. My teacher taught me. Did they show you like is it a table? Did your teacher use the table method? All right. What's my signs going to be? Put it in the chat. I see two negatives. What do my signs have to be for the parenthesis? The X method? Yeah. Introverted engineer said 2 is C, 3 is D. Okay. X, X. Yes. Plus or minus, Dolores. Welcome back, yes, Dolores. Kia, let's go. Plus and minus. Beautiful. If we see two negatives, plus and minus. All right. So right away, what am I eliminating from my answer choices? 2 can be gone right away. Tell me what 2 can I cross out right away just by knowing that. A is out. A and B. There we go. This is plus plus. We have plus minus. This is minus minus. We just gave ourselves a 50-50 chance just off of that. All right, now we go. Okay, what times what gives us x squared? X and x. What times what gets us 8? We're not saying no 2 times 4. We don't have a 2 and a 4 here. They only gave us a 1 and an 8, right? So that's what we're going to use. When our middle term is negative, right? Which one has to be the negative? Is it the 1 or the 8? Eight. Good. Yes, the 8 has to be the negative. Why? 1 minus 8 gives us a negative 7. Check. We got that middle number. So 8 is going to go with the negative and the 1's going to go with the positive. And D is our answer. Any questions? Let's see if we can clear up some questions. Good, yo boy. Any questions before we move on? Can we do 2? Yep, we're going to do 2. We're going to do this side. Where does the other x go? Okay, where does the other x go? So when we're saying what times what gives us x, the x goes at the beginning of each parenthesis. Are you saying how do we get the middle x? If you're saying that, you can always check it, which we're doing here. We're just not putting x's on it. But inner, outer. So 1 times x gives us 1x. X times negative 8 gives us negative 8x. When we combine those, we get that negative 7x. That's why I say as long as it gets us the negative 7, these are that's like how you get your middle term. This is another visual way that you can look at, is your middle term right? Okay. All right. Okay, let's go to number 2. Let's do number 2. Okay. We do not have negative. So, this is another rule coming up. When your B, that means your middle term, when your B is the only negative, so that means the first, like the x squared has to be positive, and whatever this constant term is, the last term has to be positive. When only this one in the middle is negative, both must be negative. So by us just knowing that rule, which multiple choice questions are we getting rid of? Put it in the chat. Let me see. Which ones are we canceling out right away? B and D. Good. Yes. B and D. B is all positives. Can't be. And D is a positive and a negative. Can't be. They both must be negatives. Okay, now we just got a 50-50 chance. All right, what times what gives us x squared? Well, x times x. What times what gives us 10? Put it in the chat. What times what gives us 10? The answer is C. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Exactly. So if 5 and 2, right, or 2 and 5, gives us, there's no 3 times 7 that gets us 10. So C is our answer. Is this algebra 1? Yeah, this level is algebra 1, but there's other things on here that's algebra 2. Really, it goes from like 6th grade math all the way up to trig. So I say like junior year. Okay. Yes, Catherine. Thank you guys for the double taps. Thank you for all the comments. I appreciate all the gifts. Thank you, you guys. All right, let's do number 4. Let's keep it going. So this question asks, which expression is a factor of? Okay, so it's not telling us to factor the whole thing. It's saying which one of these could be a factor. So let's break down our 2 parentheses. All right, we got double negative. What are our signs going to be right away? Put it in the chat. Okay, 4 is A. Thank you so much for the gift. Okay, I see a plus. Destiny, plus minus. Let's go. Plus minus. Yes, Dolores. Plus and a minus. Whenever we have 2 negatives, it's a plus and a minus. Beautiful. Okay. Now we ask ourselves, what times what gives us x? X times x. And what times what gives us 6? Please use your multiple choice answers to help you. So which one are we looking at? 6. Nyla says 6 times 1. D said 1 times 6. Beautiful. Okay, 1 times 6. Okay, so we got 1 times 6. So I'm going to write this down here. 1 times 6. Now, our middle term is negative. Which one has to be negative when we're subtracting to get a negative? The smaller number or the bigger number has to be the negative? The 6. Beautiful. The bigger. Yes, I hope. Okay, so let's talk about that, you guys. When the middle number is negative, right? And they're both negative, the bigger number, have you guys been seeing that as a pattern? See how we've always made the bigger number the negative? That's a part of that rule. And once you know that is the second, you're going to have a plus minus, but the bigger number has to be the negative. It'll come like clockwork. You're not even guessing. You don't even have to like try these because you automatically know that the bigger number has to be negative. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Checks. We get that negative 5. So 6 and 1. So what is our answer for number 4? Let me see it in the chat. Sassy said A. Yes. Sorry, Fiery Blue Crew. Yes, I just moved it over. Yes. Yep. A. Good. Yes, it is A, you guys. Remember, they only asked which expression is a factor. So they could have put this one or they could have put this one. They chose to put this one. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. All right, beautiful. Okay. So it's x minus 6 because the 6 is the bigger number. When you want to come up with the middle number, that's gonna be negative. The only way you can come up with the bigger number has to be negative, because when we do 1 minus 6, that's how we get a negative. See, if we made the 1 a negative and the 6 a positive, we would do 6 minus 1 would give us a positive 5. So that wouldn't work. Thank you for the follow, Bo. You can find, I just Googled this, and I just Googled, I put in TSI math practice PDFs, and it was like the third one. But you can find this on Google. That's where I found it. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to switch over. So we're just gonna go down here first, you guys, and then we'll do this other side, okay? Thank you for the double taps. We are at 19.5K. Let's go. Beautiful. Can we make it to 20K? Thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep it pushing. Number 5. Which of the following is a factor of? Okay. Don't let these letters throw us off, right? Don't let these letters. Okay, we have a plus and a negative. This is the first time we had a plus and a negative, huh? When we have a plus and a negative, we're going to have a plus and a negative. That's our sign. Okay. Now, we're going to write u times u gives us u squared. What times what gives us this? Put it in the chat. What times what gives us this? Oh, thank you for the roses, Catherine. Thank you, thank you. V and V. 2. Okay. 1 times 2. I agree. What about the letters? Thank you for the double taps. Let's go. We made it to 21K. Thank you, thank you. 2V. Okay, V squared. Okay. So here we could break this up as, I loved how you guys set the number. 2 times 1, right? But then we have this V squared. So we're going to do 2V times V. Now, our middle term is positive. So which one do we have to make a negative? If when we add these, we want it to come out with a positive, which one do we have to make the negative? The 2V or the V? Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you, thank you. I see V. Both? No, we can't make both. One got to be a positive and one got to be a negative. V. Yes. The smaller has to be a negative. Because when we do 2V minus 1V, we get that positive V. Which we want in the middle. Okay, so you're like, well, what happened to the U? Well, let me show you, okay? So we're going to have 2V and V, okay? Remember, another way we could check is by doing our inner and our outer, okay? So 2V times U is 2VU, and U times negative V is negative VU. 2 minus 1 gives us 1 VU. Or UV, it's a positive. So that's how we know we did that right, okay? So what's our answer? A, B, C, or D? No, this is for the TSI. A. C. Okay. A, C. Oh, we don't know. Okay. So which of the following is a factor? Well, one of them have to be. So do we have a U plus 2V? No, this is a 2U plus V. This is a trickery one. Do we have a U minus V? Yep. A. A lot of these trick people up because they're a whole bunch of different letters. And then U and V look so much alike. It's like, why, right? Why even do that to the eyes? They should have like X and Y, M and N, you know. But that's how they be playing. This is TSI for the college Accuplacer. TSI test. It's like a college entrance exam. But these are on the these for sure are on the Tessie. Oh, thank you, Ann. You know when you hear that good little, you know, soft voice noise, you could tune it out as a mom, you know. But I know it's probably killing some of you guys. Thank you, Catherine, for the roses. Okay, so let's keep it going. Number 7. Next week, you guys, since a lot of people are asking for T's and Hesse, I'll for sure go over that next week in one of my lives, okay? I don't know when, what date yet, but I'll plan for it. So which function is equivalent to f of x equals x squared minus 3x minus 10? All right. What are my signs going to be? I have minus, minus. What do the signs have to be? Let me see it in the chat. Plus, minus. Plus, 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 minus. Yes, plus, minus. Remember, double negative means plus, minus. Then we have x times x gets us x squared. Now we need to know what times what gives us 10. Put it in the chat. What times what gives us 10? Two and five. Good. Yes. So just by us knowing that, hopefully some of us are automatically, C is gone. A is gone. Now I have a 50-50 chance. Okay. Remember, when I want my middle number to be negative, does my smaller number or bigger number? Which one has to be the negative? Good. I see B. AB said B. Destiny said B. The larger, AB, yes. The larger does. So 2 minus 5 is going to give me that negative 3. I did it right. And B is our answer. Beautiful. Angela, I saw you. Yes. Great job, you guys. Great. We're knocking out these. Now, everyone that we have done has had a 1 in front of the x squared. We just hit a different type of, we're still trinomial, but now we're working into where the A is not going to be 1, okay? Okay, so now if we have 2 negatives, remember our sign is going to be plus and minus. What times what gives us 2x squared? Let me see it in the chat. What times what gives us 2x squared? Two x times x. Beautiful, you guys. Why is it plus and minus? That's a rule. Whenever you have a minus and a minus, it's always going to be plus and minus. 2x times x. Beautiful. Yes. 2x times an x. Okay. What times what gives us 6? Let me see that in the chat. Yep. Flavio, this for sure is on the ASVAB. Now, it's not a difference of squares. 2 times 3. 2 times 3. Beautiful. Now, the question is, I have a 2, like you guys said, times 3. Where does my 3 have to go? Is it going first or second? Put in the chat. The 3. Is it going first or second? Good. Okay, left. I should say left and right. But you know, some people struggle with their left and right. I still got to do this. Especially when I'm driving. and my husband be like, left, your other left. Okay, first, second. Oh, we get a whole bunch of different first and second. Okay. Ooh. So, okay. So you guys are saying the 3 has to be negative. But how I wrote this plus and minus, if I write the 3 here, then I can't put 2 and 2 together, okay? So what I have to do is I have to switch these signs to minus and plus, and then put the 3 and the 2. Okay, so let me explain why we can't have. So, because if I had this, they still would have something in common that I could pull out. Then that would mean I would have a GCF. But up here, I never had nothing. So when that happens, you have to just flip your signs, and then it will work. Put 3 and the 2. And so B is our answer. Oh, whoa. Because we got an X plus 2 as well. Something ain't looking right, y'all. Nope, that's not right. This is not right. Let me fix it. Okay. Let me explain why it's not right first. If I check this, 2x times 2 gives me 4x. Negative 3 times x gets me negative 3x. Well, 4 minus 3 gets me 1x. I need a negative. So I had it right the first time. Sorry, you guys. It's a little sloppy. So we had 2x and x. What did I have first? I had a plus and a minus. And then we need, what did we say? 3 times 2? 2 times 3? Something ain't working. Ooh, I must be getting tired because I'm not seeing it. Ooh. Y'all, when your brain starts to work like this, that's when you need to call it a break. Somebody help me in the chat, please. Somebody help me, please. Any other math teachers in the comments? What is our answer? Dolores said, oh, Lord, I know, right? You know, when I hit my little wall, it's time to go. Oh, man. I don't know. I know. Okay. 1 times 6. But we can't do 1 times 6 because 1 times 6 is not even an answer. It's not even an answer choice. 2x. Let me see. And then we get, okay, let me try it. Let me just do this. This gonna be the last one, y'all, though. Because I'm dying out. I could already tell. Okay. Let me start fresh. New eyes. Okay. So if we have this, I'm going to use the box method. Okay. So you do the A times C and B. So we get negative 12 and then a negative X. Okay. What times what can give us 12 but add to a negative 1? Well, a negative 4 times 3 does. Yes. Okay. So now if we change this into 2x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 6, then we'll have to do factor by grouping. Okay. So you look at your first pair and then you ask yourselves, what can you take out? Well, I can take out a 2 and an x. And then I'm really dividing this by 2x and dividing this by 2x. Well, 2 divided by 2 cancels. X squared divided by x is x. Minus 4 divided by 2 is 2. And my x's cancel out. Okay, it's looking good so far. Now I'm going to factor out a 3. I'm going to get x minus 2. Because if I divide this by 3, divide this by 3, I get this. Since these came out the exact same, I know I did it correctly. So I did 2x plus 3. You take your outers. And then you have your inners. Yeah, this is how it should be. Whew. I don't know why I could not see this. Is that what we got? No, I'm trying to see. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, I was messing it up. Oh, okay. This is 3x and this is negative 4x. Well, 3 minus 4x gets us a negative 1x, which we wanted in the middle. So this is the correct. Now, why was I messing up when I was doing my guess and check? It was coming out with a positive 1, right? So if we would have switched this to plus and switched this to minus, then it should have worked. Sorry, you guys. My brain's getting tired. This for sure is not the answer. So we're going to do, it's going to be D. 2x plus 3. And another way, you guys, that we should have known that this wasn't right is because when we had it minus here and a plus here, both of these were answer choices. And they did not say select all. So that should have gave a signal. Somehow we messed up. And then it was really D. Okay. But if you hung with me through all that hot mess, you a real one, okay? You are a real one for sure, okay? Oh, man, it's making me reset. But you guys, you got to know when your brain is done, when you start making little mistakes like that, you got to go take a break, go exercise, go eat. I'm telling you, because if you continue, you're just going to keep on making silly mistakes. Yeah, your brain hurts, my brain hurts, okay? So I am going to call it at this point. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Thank you for all the comments, the love. Thank you for learning with me. And I most definitely will catch you next week, you guys. Bye. Thank you, Care Bear. Oh, thank you, Math Discovery. Have a great day, everyone.